What's up, friends, and welcome back to Fantasy Pros MLB. I'm Chris Welsh, and today we're talking trades. Who to buy, who to sell, and I've got a big, would you buy or sell this player? You guys have been kind of lighting up our comments section, turning it into your own community, so I think that's awesome, and that's why I love posing these questions to you. And guess what? When you guys do get in the comments section, and you have subscribed to our YouTube channel, you've got opportunities to win big. And right now, you can win a prize fit for a champion. So why not enter Trophy Smack's Ultimate Fantasy Baseball Championship Belt giveaway? To qualify, simply subscribe right here to the Fantasy Pros MLB YouTube channel and comment on any of our videos, not just this one, but any of them. And that's it. Make this year's victory unforgettable with Trophy Smack's ultimate symbol of fantasy baseball supremacy. And while you're at it, turn on notifications so you can be alerted when our new episodes are up and to claim your prize. All right, let's get into the trades, at least according to me. We're going to be buying. We've got the huge buy or sell, but let's kick it off with the first player who we're selling. We're kicking it off selling Los Angeles Dodgers outfielder Teoscar Hernandez. Now, Teoscar's had a good start to the year. 5 homers, 19 RBIs, pretty much right in line with what we have wanted. So why sell? Because I can agree he's going to be productive this year while hitting middle-ish in the Dodgers lineup. It's some of the underlying stuff that's worrisome. Though his hard hit number is great, his K percentage is way up this year, 34%. His barrel percent numbers are quite a bit down as well, around 3.5% on average. And this is contributing to an average that's sitting around 265, but an expected batting average that's just 215. On top of it, he's overperforming against breaking and off-speed pitches while putting up a whiff rate that is higher against both year over year. Teoscar may also just have some ups and downs. He most assuredly is going to come down at some point. He isn't barreling enough for the hard hit to cover up for bad plate discipline right now, but he can bounce back, and this offense is a juggernaut. To me, this is an opportunity to capitalize if someone wants to be aggressive, or if you just want to move a point of strength into another position. Over to the buy, because we are buying San Diego Padres second baseman Xander Bogaerts. It was hard to find someone who didn't love Xander coming into this year. He felt like a 2020 high batting average lock. Well, it's been anything but that, as he's been hitting under 200 going into Sunday with just 1 homer and 1 stolen base. But things should start turning around for Xander. Much of what we pay attention to for him seems still locked in. He's only slightly down on his barrel rate, which nothing we'd notice if he was performing well. He doesn't strike out, that's about the same, and still has a pretty high walk rate, around 8%. The most encouraging is the 277 expected batting average, which is around 80 points higher than his actual batting average. So far, the Padres also haven't moved him out of the leadoff spot, at least as I'm recording this. And even if they do, you're never going to see it around 5 or 6. So he's going to continue to hit in a prime spot in their lineup, and he's going to start hitting soon. It's also nice to see the stolen base early on, and frankly, we don't have more because you can't steal when you're not getting on base. I love the team context with Xander, and I think he's one of the best buy low opportunities into this late April. Now back to the negative with a sell. We are selling Toronto Blue Jays starting pitcher Jose Berrios. Actually, almost did this one last week, and he's still continued to be good. He's sporting 4 wins with no losses and a sub-1 ERA. In fact, he has a higher whip than his actual ERA, but he's also got one of the biggest ERA to expected ERA differences among all starting pitchers. He has that .86 ERA, but it's a 4.32 expected ERA. You can do the math. Part of what's going into that is the second highest expected batting average against, and he's giving up a 47% hard hit rate against 2 batters, which is the biggest of his career. Expected this, expected that, blah, blah, blah. But what about the actual Welsh? Yeah, I get it. But he's getting hit hard when he is hits. And guess what? The hits, they're coming. Also, his K numbers are also not that great. Yes, he's had 4 games of 6 or more strikeouts early on, all of which, by the way, he had to go pretty deep into those games. I believe 6 or higher. And those teams against, like the Mariners and the Rockies. All of this, he's only got a 21% K percentage, which is the 3rd lowest of his career while he's been dominating. He's been a primary sinker slurve guy this year, throwing his four-seam and changeup less, which could be due to success or necessity. Either way, I'd be selling this hot start of Jose Berrios before things start to trend backwards. But I do have a starting pitcher that I'm buying, and that starting pitcher is Boston Red Sox Tanner Houck. It's kind of underselling when we say that Houck has been really good. He has a 1.35 ERA and a 2.89 expected ERA. His 26.7% K percentage, that's up from last year, while dramatically lowering his walk rate, which is currently sitting at 1.9% as I record this. He's been throwing his slider more than any pitch, which he's upped that percentage this year, and it's raised his whiff percentage, which is now around 40% on that pitch. He's also started throwing his cutter more, which has been more effective, but it's been all about throwing strikes and not getting himself behind in counts, which he's doing. He looks so much more poised this year. He looks like he's making the next big step as a starter, and this is a spot to buy, at which will be a bit of a higher cost, of course, but it's buying before we or they or anyone realizes how good he actually is. I'm willing to pay the cost because I would not be surprised when Tanner Houck is a top 30 or even top 25 starting pitcher rest of the season. Not saying we're going to get there. I just won't be surprised if it happens. Now for the big one. And we've been doing this, and I ask you, do you buy or sell this version of Elly De La Cruz? I think we're all able to agree that he has been the most electrifying player in baseball to start the year. 6 homers, a 290 average going into Sunday, 10 stolen bases. All these numbers are going into Sunday, by the way. I believe he's pacing out to hit like 40 homers and steal around like 80 bases. He is defying the big Warriors to start the season. So, do you buy it? 50% hard hit rate, 18% barrel rate, oh my, and a top 4 percentile WOBA in baseball. All of this paired with a 13% walk rate. We love the walks. Get on base, steal more bases. There are some serious changes in there from a guy that has had us really worried. Some things that I think are really positive. While he is dominating and hitting like 290, he's got an almost 40% lower expected batting average. He's also still striking out around 30% of the time, though to be fair, he has lowered that recently. He's hitting over 300 against breaking pitches, which is great, but he has a 100-point lower batting average, expected batting average against those pitches, sliders, while sporting a 50% whiff rate against breaking and off-speed pitches. Essentially anything not a fastball, it's 50% whiff rate. So we can see where baseball is going to trend to him going forward. If there was a time you would sell Elly, let's agree it would be right now if you were going to. You can ask for a first-round talent, and that is not a crazy ask. What we fear of Elly is still there, though. The guy who strikes out a bunch, doesn't make enough contact, though he is barreling a bunch right now, and those big downs don't really seem too far away. But like I said, he is barreling a whole bunch more, so maybe those downs are going to be a thing of the past. Elly De La Cruz really does bring up the big question. So, are you a buy on this incredible paced out start of Elly De La Cruz? Or are you a sell and you're ready to capitalize before some of this starts to unravel and you can go get a first round talent? Well, we want to hear from you in the comments below, and that will be your opportunity to win the prize that only fits a champion. Enter Trophy Smack's Ultimate Fantasy Baseball Championship belt giveaway right now. And to qualify, you're already doing it. Simply subscribe right here. Subscribe to the channel at FantasyPros MLB YouTube, and then comment on any of our videos. Not this one. You can go to leading off. You can go to the waiver wire videos, the prospect, anything. That will get you qualified when you're subscribed. And guess what? Your opportunity to win is right there. That's it. Make this year's victory unforgettable with Trophy Smack's ultimate symbol of fantasy baseball supremacy. And while you're at it, turn on the noties so you can be alerted when our new episodes are up and to claim your prize. Thank you guys as always for hanging out with me. You can find me and Joe Pisapia Monday through Friday for Leading Off, 12:30 p.m. Eastern every single day. We're broadcasting live. We got the latest in fantasy bets and tons more. We'd love to have you there live. And if not, you can watch all of the episodes here or on your favorite podcast app. So go and do that today. We will talk to you later and again right here on Fantasy Pros MLB YouTube channel. I'm Chris Welsh, and for now, I'm out. Peace.